This is so dangerous. Most people have no idea. But I think I have the Democrat strategy figured out. They rush through impeachment and skip several processes up to and including the judicial process where they could have gotten the witnesses they said they wanted for a reason. Most people aren't aware that there are inquiries and investigations going on in the Senate surrounding the Inspector General's report about abuses in the FISA courts to get their illegal warrant and the underlying fact that the Democrats are just desperate to cover up that the Obama administration and the DNC tried to interfere in the election in 2016. Not to mention the obvious fact that Joe Biden, with his dumb big ass mouth, made them look bad.
I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting $1 billion. I said, you're not getting $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. I think it was, 6 hours? I looked at it, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid. And
Oh, Joe. I can't believe they're still letting him walk around. And I will be surprised if they don't try and take him out because he's a huge liability and made all this come to light and basically force the Democrats into a corner because it's the fact that the deep state and the Democrats are involved in the Ukraine that could potentially undo all of this. Because, as it's been said, it's the cover up that usually gets you. And the hard reality is anybody who's ever been involved with the bureaucracy is if the bureaucracy is out to get you, or if Lady Justice is on your trail, even though she's slow as hell sometimes, there's always that piece of paper, that text, that signed order or requisition that'll screw you over in the end. And there's no amount of lying and making shit up that is going to debunk actual signatures on pieces of paper ordering actions from this agency, that agency, or from the White House itself.
Speaker, I yield 2 minutes to my friend from Texas, Mr. Gomer.
Gentleman's recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you. In 1998, Senator Schumer said, and I quote, that this impeachment will be used as a routine tool to fight political battles. We thought it was a prediction. It was a promise. And now it's playing out. It's exactly what's being done here. And for those that say we don't address the defenses of fact, here you go. The impeachment serves two purposes. Number one, stop the investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice and Ukraine into the corruption of Ukraine interference into the U.S. Election in 2016. You said this was about, this terrible Russia collusion. Then that fell through. It's about emoluments. It's about bribery. It's about extortion. It's changed. But one thing hasn't changed, and that is the intent to impeach this president. It's always been there. But let's be honest. The president turning his back on Ukraine, that happened in 2009. Because in 2008, Ukraine invaded Georgia. What happened? Bush put sanctions on Russia to teach them a lesson. What happened after that? Well, in March of 2009, Hillary Clinton was sent over to Russia with a reset button to say, Bush overreacted. We're okay that you invaded Georgia. It was a green light to Russia to invade Ukraine. And what do? Oh, yeah, you send blankets and MREs they can eat and be warm while the Russians are killing them. That is what the Obama administration did. This is a travesty. And we're in big trouble because Schumer was right. Now it's lowered even farther, the bar. It will be used for political battles, and this country's end is now inside. I hope I don't live to see it. This is an outrage. I yield back.
Gentleman from New York.
And with that, Jerry Nadler accuses Congressman Gomer of spreading or promoting Russian propaganda. When the reality of it is, once again, the Democrats accuse the other side of what they've been doing themselves. In my opinion, the money that should have went to the Ukraine, that showed up in blankets and MREs, went into the Middle East. Because just as a coincidence, in about that same time, ISIS fighters started showing up wearing jackets just like these in their propaganda videos. And for those who didn't know, the U.S. military was refitted with new uniforms and upgraded at the same time. So the money that should have went into the Ukraine went right into the Middle East and the ISIS fighters, and so did the old uniforms. That's why most of the people who were in the propaganda films and everything else that they were putting out in those times were wearing jackets that looked just like these. And it wasn't Donald Trump that sent them there. That's for damn sure, because he hadn't even announced that he was running for president at that time. So what's this all about? A hell of a lot more than you think it's about.